Hello and welcome, Lynn. I am so glad that you took me up on this opportunity to do your elevator pitch all the way from, where are you calling from?
Lawrence, Kansas.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm going to be in Kansas City next week. So maybe you'll be there. Maybe you'll be at my conference that I'll be at, but we'll talk. We'll talk later.
All right. That sounds
So,
good.
okay. So I'm going to start the timer. We got 5 minutes to polish your pitch. So what would you say to people who are prospects that you meet to introduce yourself?
My normal pitch is that I work with leaders who want to make their team the very best for their organization, but they keep finding themselves in wonky team dynamics and drama.
Love it. Okay. And that's what you say, and that's all, that's it?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And the interesting part about that, Chala, is that that's not necessarily what I'm doing anymore. I've broadened my practice so that I'm working with organizations and corporations that want to build a better culture for their employees, and then that drips down to the teams and the leaders as well. So, I've also found that I love talking about toxicity. But that doesn't sound right, does it? I love talking.
Yeah, you'll see. That's exactly what I'm going to want to do.
You know, there's always a team member, and actually I do go on to explain that there's always one or two team members that are toxic to the rest, so that they'll walk all the way around the office to avoid this person. And it's not good for the team dynamic. It's not good for them working together and collaborating and getting where they need to go. And what I found is, and maybe you can help me with this too, is a lot of the leaders either choose to ignore that, or they don't realize the damage that it's doing to their productivity and performance.
Yeah. I actually left a job because of my boss ignoring that. But so, okay, let's talk about you. All right. I love everything you're saying because it's very much pain-based. And if you've heard me speak or you have read any of my stuff, it's got to be about pain, because unfortunately human beings are motivated to purchase to solve a problem rather than to improve something. You can tell them all day long how they'll be better at something, but unless they have a pain, they're not going to pay for it. So,
right.
And I love the fact that you start talking about it. So let's get it a little bit more honed in, because really the only reason why people do their elevator pitch with me is because they want more clients. They want the person who is their prospect to actually ask them for a card or for an appointment as soon as you open your mouth and say what you do for a living. And so what I would love is if you can think about what is one industry or interest group that you could find yourself at one of their giant events where there's a million of your, not million, but hundreds of your prospects. What kind of industry or interest group would you want to target for this?
Most of my audience comes from association staffs. So not their members, but the staff members. And sadly, I find a lot of toxicity in that area.
Okay. So do they self-gather, right? Because associations have their own organization, and okay, that's perfect. So then let's say you're at one of their annual meetings, like giant meetings, and you have a prospect in front of you. Can you give me some sort of statistic? And I love statistics because it proves that you're an expert, and it also says that they're not the only people in that boat. So it's not like they don't feel like a loser because everybody else is in the same boat. That's what statistics mean.
Right.
So can you give me a statistic around what this problem is causing at these associations? So, 3 out of 5 employees leave or are late with projects or actually come to fight, so tell me, what is we'll make it up for now, but what is that stat? What is that stat and what is that pain?
I would say 70% maybe even more, 80% of the turnover within association staffs is because the boss isn't pulling the team together. And it doesn't always land on the boss either, or the leader. It's the individual members who are having some kind of a challenge with either their leader or a coworker.
Okay, perfect. I love it. I mean, what you said was pretty much on, along those pain lines, but now you're going to be saying it with the word association in it, so that, oh, they're talking about me. Oh my God, it's associations. And then the statistic's going to relate to associations. And then the missing part is, tell me what you do to fix that, what you do to help that.
So when you say that, most of my work is in team coaching. Mm-hmm. And so is that what you're talking about, or is it more with the results?
When you do your elevator pitch, you say, now you have their attention when you say, did you know that 80% of your employees and associations leave because of some form of lack of, or because of conflict with their boss or with their team members?
Okay.
Whatever it is. And then what we do to fix that is we do coaching, consulting, or what is it that you do to fix it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I do to fix it is a combination of coaching, consulting, and facilitating to get them opening up to each other, realizing how different they are from each other, which is often what causes the conflict.
Perfect. Done. Do you see how we just shifted a little bit just to make it more specific and to actually give you sort of like next steps coming out of this to actually go and be with those people at their association meetings and be able to say this over and over again to people? How does that feel?
It feels good. What is the connector between, did you know that 80% blah, 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 to what we do is that the connecting piece?
That's what it is. So you're talking about the pain and what you do to solve the pain.
Gotcha.
That's how you're positioning yourself as an expert in that pain and that solution.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, there's your 5 minutes. How does it feel? Is it something you're going to use?
Absolutely. Because I've always done the first part, but adding that end part, especially with the statistic, that's brilliant.
Great. Awesome. Thanks so much, Lynn.
Thanks, Chala.